It's a familiar setting here for some Sunday afternoon baseball. The Pirates and the Reds here from Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. And the Pirates have won 8 in a row. They're back over 500, trying to leapfrog some teams and make it a series sweep here in Cincy. And welcome into the booth. Joe Block and Bob Walk with you. The Pirates are the hottest team in baseball right now, the longest winning streak going, and they've been able to do it really in all phases of the game so far.
It's been amazing. People ask, well, why are they playing so well? It takes a while to give that answer because it's so many different things, and there they are. The team offense is up there. The bullpen has been outstanding. The starters, I mean, that's really what matters. What's that starting rotation do? Look at that ERA. I mean, they keep this up, they're just going to keep on winning.
Are AT&T achieving more? The Pirates certainly have done that. How much more can they achieve? We'll find out. It could be 9 straight wins as Corey Dickerson homering twice yesterday. He and the Bucks bats here in Cincy try to go for the sweep. Coming up next. As the Pirates trying to make it 9 consecutive victories, that would mean a sweep. And last night, Bell did well, but Corey was the story.
Yes, he was the story. It's pretty amazing to see how he keeps transforming himself from month to month, and now he's just become a power hitter. And the home runs he hit last night, I mean, they weren't just getting over into the first row. You saw that first one go about almost 420, and even a second home run that cleared the Reds bullpen all the way past it up into the seats. So he is pounding the baseball right now. You can see what he's done this whole month. OPS up over 1,100. That's an eye-opener.
He's 3rd in the league in slugging in July too, so he has become the slugger that he had been in years past here with the Pirates so far this month. And Ivan Nova will get the ball for the Buccos and has had some trouble here against Cincinnati while with the Pirates.
Yeah, I kind of touched on this a little bit when I was talking to the guys at the studio. This afternoon, if the sun comes out especially and it starts getting warm, the ball's really going to carry here. Not only Nova, but both guys are going to have to be careful with the placement of those fastballs. We could see some long balls today. So obviously Nova throws a ton of fastballs. He's got to put it where he wants to.
And let's now send it back to our studios and check in with Dan Potash. He's got a game break for us.
Let's go Bucks! Bordas and Bordas, fighting for justice. Let's go Bucks!
And getting ready for baseball, and good thing we have not seen too much rain so far.
No, it's not been bad at all this morning. You're looking through the forecast. Sunday didn't look so great, and heck, it's even starting to lighten up now. I'd be surprised if we get some blue sky above us soon.
I had a brief sprinkle, and that hopefully will be the most we'll see, if anything, the rest of the day. Here today, Reds run a similar deal where they got the kids out there, which is awesome to see all the time.
They're getting a little dirt in the hands. I saw that. Did you see that?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're going to be out there.
Yeah, you got to get a little of that mound on your fingers. See what it feels like.
What do you think they're thinking about? Waiting for their favorite players to come
Here they
take
come.
the field.
Well, two of them came out anyway.
Hello, I'm Matt Harvey.
Five.
And the child says, I'm acutely aware of who you are, sir.
Well, he's cute.
I like how when they're younger too, because I mean, just old enough to kind of understand what's happening, but not too aware.
Old enough to reach down and grab some dirt. I like that.
Yeah, that was smart. Let's take a look at the Pirates RAV4 lineup for this afternoon as Corey Dickerson back atop the order with Marte and Polanco, and Diaz will start each game of this series. Moran hits 5th. Bell is 4th career 4-hit game. Rodriguez more off, and Nova. Mercer some poor career numbers against Harvey. Red starter this afternoon. It's a Matt Harvey day.
You know, I was just thinking for Harvey, this has to be kind of like a throwback to his teenager days where he was going to the showcases. That's basically what it is for him here. The last couple starts of the month is he's in a showcase. And there will be a lot of bids for him over the next what, 9 more days, 8 more days.
9 days.
Maybe not a lot of bids, but there are going to be some guys, some teams who are really interested in Harvey, and the Reds have made it known that they want to hear some of those bids.
Neil Huntington, the Pirates general manager, talking on his radio show just a few minutes ago about how Pirates would like to add if the situation is right at the trade deadline. And the Honda defense for Cincinnati. Duvall, Irvin, and Winker. No Billy Hamilton today in the outfield. Suarez, Peraza, Jeanette, and Votto. And the Gold Glove catcher Tucker Barnhart. There's Phillip Irvin, center fielder today. He's a good defensive fielder too, so not quite as dynamic as Hamilton. Few are, if any, but Irvin will man the position all right. And Barnhart stoic behind the plate, which I think is probably a good compliment for a catcher.
Gold Glover, very good on defense. Pretty good hitter from the right side.
And that has improved quite a bit.
But he will not be hitting from that side today. Off Nova.
Yeah, they traded away the former starting catcher for Harvey, Devin Mesoraco. That's how the Reds got Harvey. And he will face the red-hot Corey Dickerson. I mean, he has hit consistently all year. He's been over 300 just about the entire year, but just really love hitting in this ballpark. Up to 10 home runs now. I commented yesterday, I would be surprised if he doesn't get to 20 by the end of the year, at least. And that would kind of put him with most of his previous seasons, even hitting in Coors Field in his years with the Rockies. But the difference would be being able to hit 300 and cut down on the strikeouts.
He's been real streaky with that power so far, so it kind of depends on how long the streak can go.
Well, the opposite way.
It's an extra base hit.
Duvall collects it, and Dickerson with just another extra base hit. A double to start. And he can just hit about anything. I mean, he's willing to swing the bat.
I almost had to jump in the air to hit this one. That was
that's a Colin Moran special.
That's like Colin's home run. That was in this ballpark, wasn't it?
I believe so. Can't quite recall. He hit one
Nose
even
high
higher than that. Just a flick of the wrists. Such tremendous bat control. 150 career doubles now. He had his 100th career home run last night. And that is a fair ball. An excuse me bunt.
They wanted to try and bunt for a base hit, but the ball being way in on his hands, it kind of a defensive bunt. Don't hit me. And because of that, it just wasn't a very good bunt if you're going to go for a base hit. So that ball was coming right at him, and he just laid it right in front of the plate. It was an easy out, but it works as a sacrifice, so what the heck.
Yeah, it doesn't get charged to time at bat, and more importantly now a runner at third with one out.
Very productive out. And now the infield going to concede a run. Play back. Pirates can play with a lead.
As they have done for most of this winning streak, they have very seldom trailed at all.
You know, you'll see early in a ball game, sometimes with one out, managers will bring in their infield. But in this case, I think this is kind of what you do in this ballpark, especially in a day game. You don't worry about that single run. You try to stay out of the big innings because you know there's at some point the ball is going to go over the fence today.
How about right now?
That'll work.
Polanco with a line drive home run, and the Pirates, 3 batters in, have a 2-0 lead. Ain't no stopping them now. 8 in a row, looking for more.
I mean, it's hard to emphasize what a great situation the hitters are in this afternoon. The sun's coming out, it's warming up. You're in a hitter's paradise, and you got a couple of guys out there that will challenge you with fastballs. So this is not going to be the last one we see today that gets out of here. And that fastball, I mentioned earlier about both pitchers are going to be real careful with where they put the fastball. That one was just above the knees, right in the middle of the plate, which is, for a left-hand hitter like Polanco, that's his sweet spot.
Yeah. And he's got his 17th home run.
That's the spot you're trying to stay out of more than anywhere else. And that's where Harvey put the ball.
Just that smooth, sweet swing. Nice grab out there, too.
7 rows deep.
Statcast projects a ball like that to go 408 feet. Votto ranging. Harvey covering. And Diaz is gone. Pirates already with a 2-0 lead. Already playing off the line for the righty. Got to know where your second baseman's at.
Oh, yeah, he knew that they're trying to take away the middle of the field with right-hand hitter up, and so he's got that side.
And Jeanette was shaded more up toward the middle, so that's the time to range.
It's a ball that Jeanette might have got to, but he would have been deep in the outfield grass. It would have been a very difficult play then for him to get the ball to first base in time. So you can understand completely why Votto goes aggressively after that ball.
And now Colin Moran. It seems like everybody's had at least one standout game in this series. 4 hits in the opener. Up toward Duvall. Pirates start off on top. Gregory Polanco with a 2-run shot. And the Pirates, who have won 8 in a row, will have an early lead here in Cincinnati. And bringing Corey Dickerson around ahead of him. Pirates both will give a 2-0 lead to Ivan Nova. And here's the lineup that Nova will face today for Cincinnati. Jose Peraza is atop of the order, with Scooter Gennett hitting second. Joey Votto bats third. Eugenio Suarez is the third baseman cleaning up. Jesse Winker bats fifth. Then it's Barnhart doing the catching, with Duvall sliding down to 7. Irvin and Harvey round out the Reds order.
And there you see Nova's stats for the season. The stats would look a lot better if he could have a mulligan. He had that one really bad game that if he could throw that one out, that was where he gave up all the home runs.
5 home runs against the Dodgers. Down toward the corner and quickly cut off by Dickerson. Had him shaded out that way. Dickerson has played a very solid left field this season. He's joined by Starling Marte bidding for his 3rd Gold Glove. Gregory Polanco is in right. Baran Moroff gets a start today with Rodriguez 3rd straight start at second. Josh Bell at first, and Elias Diaz does the catching. Moroff is in there. Yeah, Mercer, I think he's 0 for 12. Is that right? 0 for 12 lifetime against Harvey. So Moroff his 3rd start at short. And the Iron Man Diaz back behind the plate. Did a game after
an Iron Man. Game after game.
And Scooter Gennett. Bit of an all-star hangover for him in this series thus far. Came into the series leading the league in batting average. Now has fallen to second. Yeah, isn't that the old saying too? Oh, the all-star game slowed him down. Well, didn't slow down the Pirates. You know, just coincidence. Seems like for the most part, right? Maybe the first couple of at-bats. Or Nick Kingham was saying last night, the layoff for him, the first couple of batters that he faced, you know, walked a couple of guys just trying to get the feel back. But beyond that, then it pretty much resumes, it seems like, from what the players say.
I think what they say probably depends on how they did.
Yeah.
That would be my guess. My experience.
Yeah, Corey Dickerson might have felt rusty too, but he still hit a home run. Head now 1-2.
Always love it when somebody that took part in the home run hitting contest,
yeah,
then it comes out and didn't hit a home run for 2 weeks, and they blame it on that.
Well, he didn't hit a home run for 2 weeks in the early part of May, for instance. There's Kingham. Very, very solid outing last night. Gave up a 2-run home run to Casale that ended his day. Otherwise, you'd see an impeccable line there, and even that, working with a big lead, challenging a guy on a 3-2 pitch, barely hit it out of the ballpark. Okay, fine. I mean, I like that.
If he walks him with a curveball in the dirt there,
yeah,
then that's something to be critical of.
Yeah, totally agree. It's been fun watching him pitch. Right into the shift. Moroff. An easy second out. Two up and 2 down against Ivan Nova. Umpiring crew today. And Greg Gibson is the crew chief, with Chad Whitson working the plate, Adrian Johnson at first, Trip Gibson at second base. There's Mr. Whitson into the shift.
10 pitches, beautiful.
Nice 1-2-3 frame for Nova, and the Pirates own the lead through 1. As you make your plans for the Pirates' next homestand, check out Friday as the Pirates will host the Mets at 7:05. It's the 6th annual Faith Night presented by Chick-fil-A. There's a post-game event with Clint Hurdle and Pirates players and coaches sharing their personal experiences on how faith has impacted their lives and baseball careers. So go to pirates.com/faith night to find out more. Pirates will stay in the state of Ohio and conclude this road trip with 3 games against Cleveland. Following today's action, great chance for Pirate fans, if not been to that ballpark, to see the Pirates. Nice easy drive, especially for those in the north.
Won't take long.
Yeah, that'll be nice to. There's going to be a lot of Pirate fans, especially you think about the way that they've played. Re-energizing the group.
That'll be a good service. Pirates are playing as good as anybody in baseball right now, and we know that the Indians are one of the better teams in baseball. One of the elites. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be a good test. Yeah, Clint Hurdle's got his guys 8 straight wins. Off to a good start on this Sunday. Sean Rodriguez, 4 hits and 4 RBIs in the series. They started each of the 3 games with Josh Harrison still on the mend with that hamstring ailment that took place in the final game before the All-Star break. Pirates have kept him active, but as he has not played since then.
All of a sudden it is just bright sunshine out here. First time since we've been in Cincinnati.
I remember a game here, I think it was last year, that it was sunny. We've just had some poor weather. I think people could say the same about when they visit Pittsburgh. Sometimes we get those weekends where.
Yeah, that's what I hate it when I hear that. Oh, it's all, you know. Well, if you were here last week, it was absolutely gorgeous for 10 days in a row. But
just sometimes that's the draw you get.
Yeah, that's where all the water in the river comes from.
Sean Rodriguez deep to left. And misplayed a bit by Duvall. And Rodriguez will benefit. He's standing at second base. Will be ruled a double. Everyone will take that.
I'm very glad that he got a double, but don't you think a major league outfielder makes this play?
I would think so. He's there. He's looking at it. He took his eye off it right at the last second. You see that? Right at the last second. Look on our Allegheny Health Network Supermo right there. That head turn probably just made him lose the ball some.
Where'd the ball hit him? I thought the ball didn't hit his glove.
Sean in the 5th hit in the series, 5th double of the year.
And if he would have ran back there and just stood there, he didn't even have to jump. Wouldn't have had to add that degree of difficulty. It would have just came down to him.
Max Moroff comes through with a base hit. Rodriguez will score easily.
It's amazing. 3-0 already.
Moroff with the RBI. Harvey's been pitching well. I mean, this is not, you know, some also ran out there. I mean,
he's been pitching well, and he's motivated right now to continue to do this. I mean, he knows there's a bunch of scouts here to watch him every time he takes the mound. Moroff just rips the ball in the right field.
Harvey's given up 6 earned runs total in his last 5 starts. 3 today so far. Moroff with RBI number 9. And so that misplay in left definitely cost the Reds here. Yeah, you got 2 outs and a runner at first in theory, right? If everything ends up the same, and then you got Nova having to swing. High throw. Safe there.
Might be safer there. They called him out, but boy, it looked like Scooter might have had to leave the bag to get that throw.
Goes as a 3-6-4 put out on Nova if it holds. Video system is working today. There was a malfunction yesterday.
Yeah, you see it's way off the bag there. Now what about this? Oh no, he held it. I was just hoping, I guess.
Now does the scorer give him a sacrifice? Somehow. It's an option. It's to the discretion. Either way, a man at second with 2 outs.
Sack bunt 3-6-4.
Went 3-6-4. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. If Nova is running and beats that throw out, does he give an error?
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, it has to. There should have been out there. That's why I don't think I would award a sacrifice.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm just curious for
if they hadn't got the out at first, it wouldn't.
For amusement. That's why I asked the question. But it's not a sacrifice. No, shouldn't be. I wouldn't rule it that way.
Well, technically, since they did get
it's not going to hurt Nova's batting average.
You can't give an error.
They gave him a sacrifice, and they gave him one, so that's all right. Wouldn't change Nova's batting average one bit. Dickerson again.
Look at this.
Stop the presses. Corey Dickerson's the hottest hitter in baseball right now. Look at this guy.
Where that one landed. I mean, he is not hitting. Not only is he hitting home runs, he's hitting bombs. This is amazing to watch day after day after day. A switch was turned on when the season started. Almost 2 months into the season, the switch was turned the opposite direction to totally off. And now it's been flipped back on, and these guys are just pounding a baseball.
That's
pitching fantastic.
Yeah. That's some big country out there, too. 447 is what StatCast says.
That's Adam Dunn country.
And I mean, it's not like he's swinging out of his shoes either. I mean, he is locked in. And this is all from a lot of hard work, too, from Dickerson. I mean, he has toyed and tinkered. Marte tees off toward left center. And Irvin's going to run out of room. Another home run for the Pirates. They're up 6-0 here in the second inning.
Oh, Harvey's not going to get out of the second.
This is incredible. Pirates have hit 3 home runs already.
You know, I mentioned the home runs today and how it's going to play a part in this game, but I had no idea there would be 3 in the first inning and 2/3. Wow. What a display.
Pirates are the leading home run hitting team in the league right now this month. And that's Dickerson's ball.
There's still 7 innings to hit.
Look at StatCast AI powered by AWS. 447 feet.
As I said, that's Adam Dunn country up there.
We usually don't think about a ball maybe making it into the river. Only one ball has ever been hit out of the ballpark.
And this one here we had to talk to a little bit to just getting over the fence, but doesn't make any difference. Still a home run.
Harvey's allowed as many earned runs after getting 5 outs as he did in his previous 5 starts. 6-0. By the way, there's Adam Dunn next door.
That's he's put in the Cincinnati Hall of Fame yesterday. And they're interviewing him. I saw yesterday, you know, he's always hit those tape measure shots like Dickerson just said here, but he hit one here. He's got the 535 feet. That's almost 100 feet further than the bomb that Dickerson just hit. That's just incredible.
If I recall seeing it, it hit off the fencing back there in the deepest part of that and almost got out of here. Now there was never a scoreboard out in the top of the grandstands. That was added for the All-Star game.
He's a big man. He's got a I know he's a big Cincinnati fan, but he's got a be saying, wow, to some of these home runs that Dickerson's been hitting.
Yeah, that will even get his attention. Usually Aaron's aces out there, they're not trying to catch a ball out there. Polanco is homered today. So is Dickerson. So is Marte. Pirates at the moment are leading the National League in home runs this month. In addition to all the other superlatives.
Take that, Dodgers.
Talk about. Yeah, right. I mean, that's how other teams right now are thinking about the Pirates. I mean, look at that right now. I mean, the Rockies are scoring a ton of runs. Pirates on top of that list.
What happened to the Dodgers anyway? They were hitting home runs by the bucketful.
Rockies about to catch up to them. Yeah, it's when you run into teams, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. You're right about that. That's a great observation. It's so true.
Go down on strikes, but the Pirates strike for 4 more on a pair of home runs. Poor Max Moroff gets overshadowed in the inning after his RBI single. Marte and Dickerson going big fly here in the Queen City. By Marte and Dickerson. Polanco is homer today. Joining in the parade already. And Nova's got a 6-run lead with which to work here early.
Now, just to throw a little cold water onto the party, the Reds themselves have power hitters, and they got 8 innings left to score runs in. So
it's a great start.
You got to really, stay focused out there on the mound, and don't say, "Oh, wow, I got 6 runs already. We're going to win this one." It's a long way from over.
Yeah, Nova's, if he's not the most apt, depending on which number you look at, one of the most apt to give up a home run. He's also the least apt to walk a batter among National League starting pitchers. So this is that kind of game, right, where you're going to challenge. In theory, he's behind here 3-0, but you're going to challenge now. You got a little bit of a lead, but like you said, don't be a little careful here still, because yeah, the Reds can bing bang boom it right back into this game.
3-0, 3-1. Sure, 6-0, nobody on base, go after him.
That was a good pitch right there to Suarez, 8th in the league, hitting at .310.
Example of what you're saying there. They got 3-2 pitch center square. It's like, I'm not going to walk you. What is more likely to get them back in the ball game is a couple of walks, and then somebody hits one out. So keep them solo shots. I promised that I would never again say that solo home runs can't beat you.
Just anything less than a ton of solo home runs.
Yeah, if you hit 6, 7, 8, then you're probably going to lose. Or if you give up that many.
Yeah, you think of, let's say you hit 50 home runs in a season and have 500 at bats. So that's a monster year, right? It still means 1 out of every 10 times you're hitting a home run. It's nice comeback there for Nova. Behind 3-0, and he strikes out Suarez to start the second. Let's look at some Point Park social media. Will says I should be sleeping for work tonight. He must have really liked Friday then, Will. Right in your wheelhouse there, having that late night game.
Marte party time.
Pirates are on fire. That is an understatement. 8 consecutive wins, longest winning streak going right now. Looking for 9, and they got a 6-0 lead in the second.
Pirates are pillaging.
Yes.
They're setting fires.
And they hope to bring the torches with them to Cleveland after this. And this Reds team, hey, don't look down on this Reds team coming into this series, because when we opened up our fresh notes that they give us, the Reds rightly touted that they had the best record in the National League for a 5-week span prior to the All-Star break. So I mean, this is a team that had been playing their best baseball not only of the season but probably in the last few years.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about a mulligan for Nova for that 1 start. They would love to have a mulligan for maybe the first 3 weeks of the season. They had to have a manager change. I mean, they just got off to they had their really stretch of a very poor play right from the beginning, and they've been trying to dig out of the hole ever since.
Yeah, they started 3-15. They've been playing 500 balls since. I mean, that's a long part of the season now. 40-40 since Brian Price was let go. So Nova starts with a pair of strikeouts, and now Tucker Barnhart.
Change-up. That's one thing that I was meaning to mention early and forgot about, that I thought that we would see maybe a few more change-ups from Nova.
Makes sense.
Than always. You're trying to keep the hitters a little off stride, worried about guys charging out after the fastball.
We got 4 guys that bat left-handed in the lineup today. And of course, this ballpark, if you're a left-handed pull hitter, very inviting grandstand out there and right.
And Nova's never a guy that is going to go away from his fastball. I mean, he believes in that pitch heart and soul, but I think he will, depending on which off-speed pitch he thinks is really working the best, the curveball, that changeup, I think he'll throw a few more of those this afternoon.
Tried the curve there. It makes all the sense in the world. Pirates have done a nice job of limiting the Reds in this series too, offensively speaking. Started Suarez off 3-0 and then came back to strike him out. Here Barnhart was down 0-2. That has worked the count full. Get past Bell. So a 2-out hit. Make them hit your way on, right?
Yeah. One of those. This ball, could have easily been an out. Also, it's just a ground ball. Just keep making them put the ball in play. Enjoy the fact that your buddies gave you a big lead. At least until the Reds start trying to do something about it.
Popped him up on the first pitch.
There you go. 28 pitches. Nice.
Pirates lead 6-0.
Ninth consecutive game and complete the sweep here at Great American Ballpark over the Reds. I'm Robbie Mikowski. Well, the good news this afternoon is that they have a 6-0 lead headed into the third inning. The better news, Josh Harrison right now has cleats on his feet. Why is that the better news? Because the last 2 days he was wearing tennis shoes, which means he was unavailable for duty off the bench. Today, as he made his way out, he had cleats on. I said, hey, Josh, you get the cleats on today. He goes, you know it. So Clint Hurdle, they were deciding, Joe and Bob, if they were going to put him on the disabled list at the beginning of the series, given that he's been dealing with the hamstring issue for the last week that he suffered last Sunday at home against the Milwaukee Brewers. But him wearing cleats today is a really good sign that should the need arise, he will make his way into a ball game. And most importantly, he's feeling a lot better.
That's great news. Trying to get everybody healthy. Josh wants to play in his hometown. He's been here all week. One catcher to another. Diaz gone to start the Pirates third.
I don't take any breathers.
Dad Vince taking in the ball game. That's got to be nice too when the schedule comes out and you see for Josh and wife Brittany, and got 2 young girls at home, and okay, yeah, we can stay at our house for the break and stay right in Cincinnati the whole week. Little things like that.
I remember that one year we were out in L.A. All-Star break.
Back when you still made your home out in Southern California.
Oh yeah. Had to be home for the break. That was 1988.
Well, that was the year that you got called to the All-Star game. Go figure.
My only time.
Yeah.
Could have stayed home. But hey, you have to make sacrifices sometimes.
And little did you know, at that time, you don't know if you're going to go to 5 All-Star games or just that one.
No, at that point I knew one.
Hey, you followed up another good year right after that, right? Didn't another sub-3 ERA the next year, I think, right?
No.
If my Topps cards told me correctly back then. No, okay. I can't remember what I had for lunch yesterday, but I can remember what's on the back of those baseball cards. I don't know why.
I know why.
Because I'm a nerd?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I just said
I did.
You like those baseball cards.
Like those baseball cards and those numbers, yeah.
And you know what's on them. I was about to say that we don't want to get comfortable with that 6-run lead. We need to stay on the accelerator. That's one of the things I loved about yesterday's game. I think we would, what was it, 4 innings in a row, always putting up at least 1 run. You love to see that. Just keep the pressure on. Don't let them breathe.
Down on strikes. 2 up and 2 down against Harvey here in the 3rd. Coming up next Sunday, Kids Day back at PNC Park. July 29th, Pirates hosting the New York Mets at 1:35. There will be a Pirates Hulk bobblehead. Pretty cool looking to kids 14 and younger, courtesy of Allegheny Health Network. And every Sunday, you got the #1 Cochran Family Fun Zone out on Federal Street before the game. Kids can run the bases on the field after the game thanks to Rivendell. Get your tickets at pirates.com/kidsdays. And between now and Wednesday, the Pirates are paying the ticket fees that are associated with the tickets. So if you purchase your tickets between now and then, you'll get a nice break off the tickets as well. So make your plans.
Trying to backdoor that slider a little bit. So far, that's seeing a lot of movement out of that slider. Try and go inside with a fastball. Too far, but the slider, from what we understand, talking next door to Chris Walsh, has been fantastic for him of late. But I don't think so much in this game. Comes another slider.
Yeah, it's got a piece.
Yeah, that one he got into a really nice spot. Got that inside off the plate. That ties that bell up a little bit. You see, he took a very uncomfortable swing at it. Cricket-like. That was one of his cricket swings.
The foul ground. Suarez takes care of the final out. Much different 3rd for the Buccos, who lead 6-0. 6-0 the Pirates lead. Corey Dickerson already with a pair of extra base hits today. And as you enjoy a Miller Lite, look forward to the hold true moment later in today's game.
It's warming up. Cold Miller Lights.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Sound pretty good about now.
In the heat of July, that is corresponding to the Pirates play.
This mixture of sun and clouds and all the rain we've had. A little humid out here today.
Still feels really good for Cincinnati in this time of year. I mean, sometimes you come down here, it's soupy, 98 degrees, you know.
Yep.
Phillip Ervin leading it off for the Reds.
Routine pop-up. Sean Rod out there easily. Nova here early on, just cruising.
Appreciate all the work done by our associate producer Becky Horenko. Came up with this number. The Pirates in this 8-game winning streak, including today, of course, so far, have trailed after 2 innings that entire time. I mean, you think about that. They have been in the lead or, you know, early throws of the game, maybe tied. The lone game that really that they had any problem with was that Milwaukee game at the end of the All-Star break, where they came back a couple of times to win. Otherwise, it's been all them all the time. 2 more quick outs for Nova.
Yeah, Nova really took advantage of the 8-9 spot here leading off to get a couple of quick outs, not having to throw many pitches.
Back to the top for Peraza. Boy, he came in to this series. He had 11 hits. Think about that, a 3-game series against the Cardinals. And just like that has, you know, cooled off. Pirates have limited him to an infield single on Friday. He did double yesterday, but that's been it. You know, and he sets up the 3 All-Stars, and then Winker's been one of the hottest hitters going around baseball too. And the Pirates just said, okay, well we'll just they've gotten 3 runs so far in the series. You got to give a lot of credit to the Pirates pitchers. Busted bat. Peraza aboard. Two out base runner. You know, see if he'll be on the move.
This place in Denver also, you're a pitcher, you're not thinking, well, I can't wait to get there. Tough places to pitch. It's just another feather in their cap, what they've been able to do here. Shutting down a pretty decent offense and a great ballpark to score runs in.
As we talked about when we began today, I mean, Nova has not had success here. And, you know, this, again, like you said, I mean, it's not just him. A lot of times this is a very difficult place to pitch. But so far, the first time through, quite quiet. Only time he won here was back in 2011 as a member of the Yankees. Since he's joined the Pirates, club has dropped all 5 of his starts. Votto would be next. Now, one of those starts he lost 2-1. He pitched a good ball game, but you get the drift. Overall, in a difficult place. Pirates getting home runs from Polanco, Dickerson, and Marte. More off with an RBI single. Reds have had 2 singles. Towards center. Some real estate for Marte, and that's that. 3 shutdown frames from Ivan Nova.
What drives you?
Through 3, the Pirates up 6. Looking for 9 in a row. What a better treat for the fans that have made the trip. I always like to point out too that the Pirates have a good number of fans, especially in Eastern Ohio, and to be able to make a shorter trip sometimes for some of them to come on out. See them here in Cincy. And those in Eastern Ohio turn their sights north after today. Cleveland next. Now Harvey settled down. The Pirates did not put a ball in fair territory last inning. A couple of foul outs and a strikeout. Rodriguez was credited with a double his first time up. 5 for 9 in the series.
Nice comeback.
He had gone a long time without, a very notably productive game at the plate. And, Clint Hurdle gave him a lot of credit prior to Friday's game, prior to that big game. Out deep towards center. Irvin running out of room, and there it goes. A home run for Sean Rodriguez. And the Pirates say, let's have another. 4 home runs today already.
It certainly paid off to have him go down and get really a bunch of at-bats. Had some things that he needed to attend to. And whatever those things were, he got it figured out.
Good pitch to hit, and he did. I mean, quite frankly, that was a pitch that, a lot of times you'd see him just cut right through. And now he's getting that nice swing off, and boy, oh boy, he's got plenty of power.
Yeah, the strength has never been a problem.
Take a look at Statcast. I think that green line was actually there in live action. You hit that one.
It was so fast, it looked like you turned on a laser pointer. Boom, there it was.
Pirates lead 7-0.
Like to see Nova hit one out of here.
Just get a hit. He's hitless in his last 62. Today would be that day, right? Everything's coming up aces.
You know, he had a shot at a hit the last time when he bunted the ball, but he didn't run very hard and got thrown out. That would have been a hit.
Barrel Automotive League leaders. This is slugging percentage for the National Leaguers in July. This is coming into the day, and now after their performances so far in this action, Dickerson up to second. I mean, no one's doing better than Matt Carpenter right now. I said he might be the hottest hitter in baseball. I should have said the second hottest hitter. But Marte, you know, you see he's moved up to fourth. This is slugging percentage, measuring the quality of hits, not the quantity of hits. So, you know, doubles, triples, home runs. So aside from Matt Carpenter, Corey Dickerson's the hottest thing going right now. Double and a home run already today. Homered twice yesterday. He's hit 4 home runs in the series. 5 homers in his last 4 games. He homered in the game right before the break. The average is up to 312. I was saying Friday night, I mean, he's going to hit 20 home runs again this year. He's got another hit. File that one away. Now the greatest band name that never was, Triple Shy of the Cycle.
That's a band name?
It should be.
Triple Shy.
We say it all the time, don't we?
Well, he'll get the triple.
The way he's swinging, he'll go, okay, I'm going to just hit it over there. A 2-out base runner, and that's going to be it. Jackson Stevens is up, and Matt Harvey is out. He had been really off to a good run for the Reds. This is his shortest start as a Red. Pirates walloping him here today.
And may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Pirates leading 7-0, knocking out Matt Harvey. His shortest start since joining Cincinnati. After that 2-out single by Dickerson. His day is done, but the Pirates having some fun. Looking for 9 wins in a row. Marte, who has already homered today. Dickerson was running on the pitch, trying to get in scoring position.
Yes, Jackson's numbers. Opponent batting average, .311. Number you like to see on the opposition pitcher.
That's another good band name. Jackson Stevens.
Not 2 last names.
Yeah. Wilson Phillips. Something like that. I don't know. Jackson Brown? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, you're right. Well, that's why it's a good band name. It's 2 last names.
Yeah.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Maybe you got a good baseball band name for us. Hashtag Bucks Booth. Or you can just send us a note and tell me how off kilter I am in particular today.
We don't put those on the screen.
Oh, we don't.
Yeah, we get a lot of those.
There's a file with those.
They don't go up. So be careful what you say if you want to see your name in lights.
I had to get a new hard drive just to store them all. There it is. Hashtag Bucks Booth. Stephen Brault. They're
What's his band's name?
His band is. He's been in the Street Gypsies. Now in high school it was Off the Water. Their high school band. Marte comes through with another hit. In the majesty of his previous home run, I forgot to mention, he's now got a 15-game hitting streak. It extends the longest of his career and is the longest going in baseball right now. And best for the Pirates in 3 years. So it has been just about everybody. Polanco's homered today. That Pirates outfield, everyone's homered today already. And this year, they have been the most productive outfield in the National League. If you like OPS.
Yeah, if you look at as a whole, they're the guys.
And they have the most home runs of any outfield in the National League.
We got them hitting at the top of the lineup now. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, why not? I mean, Dickerson's always said he's most comfortable, 1 or 2. He just wants to bat as many times as possible. That's why he likes that spot. Marte's got that speed. In addition to the power, I mean, he's best power numbers of his career, better than his All-Star season a couple years ago. And when you look at slugging percentage, that's a good way to compare apples to apples. And that's the highest right now. Keeps adding to it. And then you got your leading home run and RBI man batting third in Polanco. And he comes through with a base hit. Dickerson will try to score. And Duvall's throw is tardy. The Pirates lead 8-0. RBI number 54 for Polanco.
This is just so pretty to watch. It's almost like I've gotten to where I expect us to score every inning. It's, like there's the base hit. Here comes Dickerson to score, and aren't you? Oh, here we got another one before it even happens. It is just awesome to see.
I run charge to Harvey. So 8 runs. 3 2/3 for the Reds starter.
I think this offense will spoil you right now. It just, well, how many are we going to have up there by the end of the day?
Well, they put up a dozen in the series opener.
Looks like they'll blow by that if they want to. Keep going. You got to believe they're going to have another home run or 2 before the end of the day. You got a couple of guys on base. There's your 12 runs.
Fourth inning. Pirates are outscoring their opponents 56-18 in these 9 games. I mean, they've trailed after 2 innings, both on Sunday. I mean, it's been what'd you say? It's 27 Yankees over the last week and a half or whatever, you know?
Or the 2018 Yankees.
Or Red Sox, the way that they've played, right?
Pick one. Definitely not the Orioles. I don't look at the
poor Birds.
Standings over there very often. I glanced at it. Did you guys talk about this yesterday at all?
No, Rock just pointed out.
I just looked at it today. The Baltimore Orioles are 40.5 games behind. 40.5 games.
That shows you what the Red Sox have been doing
this year, too.
Couple
of days after the All-Star break. 40 games back.
You got the best team with the poorest record in the same division. So
yeah.
And the Pirates are making their way. Have an opportunity today. They've been in 4th place since right around Memorial Day, so almost 2 months. And they're at the position now where they can start leapfrogging some teams and really start to get us talking about the standings again. They've got an 8-run lead and an 8-game winning streak. Trying to extend it here in Cincinnati. Injury update for the Reds. They're planning on bringing Homer Bailey back to their rotation on Tuesday, and 12 starts in, 1-7, and an ERA +6 after going to the bullpen. That before he ever got a chance to pitch out of the bullpen, right knee inflammation sidelining him. So the Reds will get him back, put him in the rotation. They're long time member of their pitching staff. Well, they made a decision. Remember, the Reds, obviously, they were a very competitive team in the division just a few years ago, and had a lot of guys coming up on free agency, and they chose to sign Homer Bailey and Joey Votto. A little bit before that, that's kind of, all right, here are our pillars, and then we'll kind of regroup and fill in around those guys. Now Jim Riggleman's interim manager, and Votto's still here, and Bailey's still here, but a whole different cast. And they've played some improved baseball that, you know.
I'm not sure either one of those guys is tradable unless they want to take on a lot of that. They agree to pay some of that salary. That'd be the only way they could trade him, I would think.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's always the. I mean, Votto's a sure bet Hall of Famer. I mean, he's, you know, having a down year for his standards this year, but one of the game's elite hitters for years and years. But he's also signed after this year for 4 more seasons guaranteed. So 5 more.
At a huge amount of money.
Yeah. So that may not be feasible.
No, that's not a
He'll be a red.
Not a tradable contract.
Yeah. First walk issued today by Nova.
But you never know, though. The teams can get kind of creative when it comes to making those deals. You could see the Reds perhaps taking some of that on to really turn the corner and maybe go a different way. Who knows?
Well, they've inked Suarez to a 7-year extension now, and this next wave of players that they've acquired. It's reported they've been talks with Scooter Gennett, who grew up in his early years in Cincinnati. Trying to keep him as a Red. That's always the deal, right? I mean, especially teams that have to be as efficient as possible. Once you give that guy that extension, you know, depending on the length and size of it, Suarez a 7-year deal, you better hit. And with Bailey, you know, he hasn't been the same pitcher, largely because of injury, but not been the same pitcher prior to the deal. And that can really hamstring you. Now 2-2 on Suarez, who worked an 8-pitch at bat before striking out his only trip. That should be 2. Nicely swept up. Two away now for Nova, and you gave us your contributions. Hashtag Bucks Booth. Infield fly for a baseball band name. That's a good one. I like that.
Yep,
a little double entendre there. Matt Capps back in the studio.
Walk the block.
Walk the block. Okay. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, I like that. Okay, Danny, how about Jolly and the Rogers?
It's a band from the 60s.
Yeah. Warning track power. I like that's another innovative one. There's some good submissions here today. Bob Walkoffs.
Slow roller.
Yeah. How about quick inning for Ivan Nova? Another Bucks on top.
Casters love our pregame ice cream. Bob and I had some this afternoon, and here's a little treat that they serve at Great American Ballpark. It's the Candy Cloud Waffle Cone. It's a sugar cone We're surrounded with cotton candy, filled with ice cream, and some sprinkles on top. One of the cool little treats on a hot day like today. And Bob, what do you think? You ready for another ice cream or what?
Well, I have to agree. That looks pretty special right there. That's an amazing treat. Whoever thought of that, they came up with something new. Now, by the way, Lori, if you're listening, he's just making it up. I had no ice cream today. I am stuck to my diet.
Okay,
don't worry about it.
I can vouch for you. You had a big salad today.
Yep, that's all I had.
Can I let her in on the low-fat cottage cheese you also had with that salad?
Yeah, it was 2%.
Okay, yeah. Have to divulge everything. But yeah, that's a fun-looking treat. I suggest, now that relatively new parent, I think that would be a good idea to feed to your young children.
Absolutely,
especially.
yeah.
And wait till right before you're about to leave.
Bedtime treat. Bedtime treat would be good.
Little parenting advice. Yeah. All right, now go to sleep.
Why are they looking at it so carefully? Just eat it.
Trying to see if there are any fibers of the cotton candy still left. Available in all colors.
It is, but there's only one that's actually worth eating.
Yeah. Jackson Stevens on in relief of Matt Harvey. Gave up 8 runs in 3 2/3.
How about Robbie trying to make people think I had ice cream for breakfast this morning?
Oh, it could have been an early afternoon.
Throwing me under the bus.
Sweet treat. I can't even remember the last time you had ice cream. Have you even eaten ice cream this year?
There was in April.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember now where we were. It was one of those places that has the ice cream.
Oh,
machine.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, I had some.
All right, Robbie, speak for yourself now and tell us what do you think?
Well, look where I am. I made my way right here. Bob, since you did not have any before that,
what
there
a
you
sweet
go.
Guy. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Sugar cone.
Wow.
Cotton candy around it. Soft serve ice cream, sprinkles on top, the candy cloud waffle cone. Lori, I hope you're not watching right now. Please don't be watching, Lori.
Well,
now that's pretty good. It's a good mix.
I mean,
the
it's
ice
part of
cream
his
with the
job.
cotton candy.
You know.
That is great.
Pretty
Who would have
good,
thought? Who would have thought? It's delicious. Thank you, Robbie. Appreciate it.
Got to kill the time here somehow.
Well, you know, it's part of his job. He has to do it. You know, there you go. Oh, thank you. Wow.
Definitely need some napkins.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, take over.
But eating? Bell with a hit. And he gets in on the action. And you can place your gentlemanly wagers on when Bob will finish that. I predict before the next plate appearance is through. I think you're going to have that done by then. I'm curious, you know, the cotton candy mix.
It's like
you're going to eat the ice cream first and then get to the cotton candy, or are you going to mix them up a little bit?
I think the boys are about to have a long inning, so I'm going to finish this.
Okay. It's been a good day for Sean. 6 total bases. A double and a home run. Now, back in Little League, when you had a day like that, you were definitely getting ice cream after the game. Just not the cotton candy to go with it.
You know what was really big during the snow cones back then?
Oh, yeah.
The snow cones were huge. And we had this little League field like complex thing. And to get the balls back, so you'd bring back foul balls.
Oh, yeah.
You would get a free snow cone for every foul ball you turned in. So that was our big thing, was the battles for the foul balls to get those free snow cones.
That's a good trade-off. Yeah, there you go, a little frozen lemonade. That would be a good vendor to be.
Robbie, I'm throwing in the towel on this.
All right.
You're going to have to take it away.
That was nice of you, Robbie, for bringing that.
Yep. Yeah, the one thing, I think the humidity is starting to get to the cotton candy.
So this is, so you did a good job. You ate about half, Joe.
Yeah.
You want the rest?
You ate all your dinner now. Thank you, though.
Thank you, Robbie.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. one of the many confections here at Great American Ballpark. Robbie's got the scoop.
That'd be a long day for a catcher when you're giving up runs like this. And you know that the day's not even half over yet. Trying to get something figured out.
Pirates with 11 hits. They've hit 4 home runs today. The first time Rodriguez has been retired. So 2 away. The sun out. Starting to warm up. Max Moroff in there today, and RBI single back in the second.
Really choking up right from the beginning a couple inches.
Didn't mean to type swing.
Nope. Didn't want to do that.
And Stevens retires the Pirates in the 5th. AT Sportsnet, your donations this year go to Miracle League, which helps kids with disabilities play baseball. Many of the leagues and fields are in our area, but one Miracle League you'll support is Minnesota, Florida, host of the Pirates spring training home in Bradenton. That's coming up Saturday, and all the coverage. You'll want to be with us at 6 o'clock. Pirates Charities Night. Tall order for the Reds to come back in this one. It's 8-0 Pirates. On our UPMC scoreboard. That was a tall drink of water.
I wonder how easy it would be to stand on those. I know I would never be able to juggle, but think you could do that?
Be on those stilts?
Yeah.
No chance. Not a very good balance balancer. Is that a word?
Kind of like building that ice cream mountain. You got to be able to balance.
Yeah. No. I would imagine, right? Ivan Nova staked to an early advantage. He has pitched with a lead throughout. 2-run first, 4 runs in the second, a couple of more in the fourth. He's allowed 2 singles and a walk. One of those hits to Tucker Barnhart. Talking to himself a little bit out there. He's fallen behind some hitters, to nitpick. And maybe that's what he's saying here. Hey, I got to throw some strikes. got a big lead.
Well, the pitch count's not horrible at all.
Not at all. We were saying earlier about maybe some baseball type band names. Rounding third. The launch angles is a newfound. I like that.
That could be a new wave band.
Moran and the Redbeards. Keep turning left. Yeah, I could see the merchandising there. KTL, yeah, KTL's coming out. Steve Blass texted, which already is news. But he came up with a band name which they were trying to tell me in my ear, and so many things. Glenn Miller, Benny Goodman, Bachman Turner Overdrive.
A lot of names there.
The acronym of that is something that doesn't make any sense, but I like it.
Won't be long now. Steve will be tweeting. He's on to texting. Tweeting's next. Who knows? He may even Instagram someday.
Shoot a selfie in the booth. Hey. No. Probably not. We're all better off for all those things. See us enough as it is. Yeah. Well, you know what would be cool though, right? What if, you know, he's got a picture of him and Pops or something, you know, and then shares that kind of stuff. Now that would be really, really cool to see. We'll teach him how to do that.
We'll have to show him how to do that. Nobody has to show Marte how to catch a fly ball. He's one of the very best at that. Another easy out. What do we got now for pitch? 62 pitches and
14 outs.
Almost through 5 innings. Nothing wrong with that at all. On a day when at least one team is knocking the heck out of the baseball.
There you go. Well, which one's selling more?
Well, that's probably because the pink ones cost twice as much.
No.
And everybody knows they're way more valuable.
Yeah. There are the returns. No mistaking that. It's got a better taste to it, I think. There's a more of a berry taste. Pink tastes like bubble gum.
I think pink tastes like same thing blue tastes like. Sugar. Different food coloring. Both of them.
Yeah, look at that. Preference.
Good for kids.
Here, eat this yourself.
Not good for old men.
I think that was a movie. No cotton candy for old men, wasn't it?
It was a minute. No cotton candy for old men.
Well, they're going to have to get them all. Let's see. How about that poor guy in the middle? He's got to share with both of them. Come on now. Right the bell. Oh, took a bad hop on it. 2 out hit, and Nova just saying, yep, what can you do about that? Must have hit a nickel out there or something.
Definitely didn't take the bounce he was expecting.
Right on the edge of the grass. Look on our Allegheny Health Network Supermo. Oop.
Tried to get that glove up there high enough, but the ball was already well past him.
So Stevens will bat the pitcher. Try to give Jim Riggleman some length. Has batted once. I was kidding about that object on the field. Boy, these fields today, I mean, there is nothing. I mean, they will clean up every sunflower seed shell at the end of the games.
Vacuum the field.
Yeah.
It's your living room.
Literally. I'm sure some of the fields coming up in the minor leagues in the late 70s probably didn't match up as the big league fields do
the
today.
Major league fields didn't match up.
They didn't have the vacuum cleaners
and
out.
half of those were carpet.
I didn't quite realize that because there just aren't those types of fields these days. But the Pirates went to Montreal last year. It was reminiscent. I was like, oh, this is put right on concrete, huh? Wow, that doesn't seem like fun.
Little thin inch of padding underneath. That's about it.
Sack fly in the inning, so manufacturing a run, taking an early lead against the Cubs in that important series for the Cardinals.
And not thinking of yourself, putting the team first. You know, in that scenario, I mean, he might be thinking about, I got to go for the record. I need every bat I have to try and hit home runs. Just every at bat, I'm going to try and hit a home run, wanting to see if he can get to that record. It's hard to get as far as he's gotten so far. So for him to give up one of those at bats just to get himself on base to try and, you know, get something going for the team. But, I mean, that kind of shows you where his head is.
Yeah, I mean, trying to get the Cardinals to the postseason.
And it got him, you know, got him a lead. So.
Yeah, he's always a player that I think anybody would like to have on their team. Nova out toward right center. And there it goes, the streak. Ivan Nova, 0 for his last 63. A resounding single to the wall. Give him a plaque.
They're throwing the ball off the field.
First hit since May 30th, 2017.
Is that would you category, would this category fall in the category of a long single?
Oh, yes.
I mean, and he leaves the batter's box. Looks like he's trying to run pretty fast. Look where this ball lands. Bounces up off the wall. He is so happy that he's like, that's good. We'll make it a single. Oh.
Good for him. Well, he has a batting average now.
They saved the ball. Look at him. He doesn't even know how to make the left-hand turn sign. He's just a happy man.
Been that kind of game, been that kind of streak for the Pirates.
He almost did hit a home run. One up the wall, opposite field. How do you feel if you're the pitcher? You just gave up a long base hit. It's a guy that was 0 for 63.
Yeah, he's had that last hit came on May the 30th of last year, the second longest hitless streak in Pirates history. And that hit that Nova had, that was his only hit in his last 105 plate appearances. So I mean, you think how unusual that's been. And on a day like today, why not? A leadoff single off the wall.
It'll take 3 more hits to score him, I think.
Statcast, he hit that at 99 miles an hour. He was hunting the first pitch. Bang, zoom to the moon.
What are you saying? That was a moon shot.
And Corey Dickerson is 4 for 4 here in the 6th inning. Almost wasn't. Nova barely got to second.
Well, Dickerson knew he wasn't going to get the triple on that at bat.
Yeah, because he would pass Nova.
So he just, well, I'll just get a single this time.
Corey Dickerson. My goodness. Anything he wants right now. Anything he wants. I mean, these are all solidly struck, too. This is not the, little flip into the opposite field. Make sure that wasn't a mirage out there. Nova standing at second.
Thought it might be a hologram.
To right, bad jump for Winker, and he recovers. He started back on that ball and then really had to hightail it. And the throw gets away.
Nova, did you see Nova when the throw got away? I'm having fun watching him run the bases. That's why I want that ball to fall in. I want to see him go. Look at him. He's telling everybody he's going to head first slide.
See those, fawns are running around our neighborhood.
Watch.
That's kind of what this looks
He's going to go to third. No, better not. Oh, man.
Mama deer runs across the street. The baby deer stay behind, wait for the car to go by. And that's.
Yeah.
Joey Cora will help you out. Just listen to your coach.
Just stay there unless somebody hits a home run.
That's probably accurate. You know how they were doing in college football with those big placards, everything, just have a red one and a green one. Ooh, that's tough for a fan, right? Oh, can you get it? Oh, is it close enough? Polanco with 3 RBIs today, 54 in total. His homer today. Trying to come in on him that time. Home run and a single. Pirates have collected 5 singles now off Stevens in his 3rd inning of relief.
Almost looked like Polanco thought that was strike 3, didn't it?
Kind of took a step. Maybe lost his balance, perhaps. Getting up the plate now. He can proceed. 2 outs.
Maybe he just had a premonition.
All the 8 runs assigned to Matt Harvey, his shortest outing since joining the Reds. Had come in allowing 6 earned runs in his previous 5 starts and 8 earned runs today, a season high. Nova after his leadoff single at second.
He was pushing it.
Got a 2-out hit here from the cleanup man.
Do you think it'd score Nova?
Depends on where it is. We'll find out.
That'll score him.
Yeah. Nova's up easily, and Dickerson's hustling right behind him. He's going to be held in this score the way that it is. 9-0 Pirates. Diaz on the board.
That's the kind of hit he needed to get if it was going to be an RBI. Hit it to the fence. I wonder when's the last time that Nova scored a run.
It's the second of his career.
Oh, so what? Okay.
So he has scored
Had to be
a run.
rare. Had to be rare.
He's never driven in a run. Scored one.
He's a table setter, not an RBI guy.
Still early. So
there he goes, watching the checking Cora.
Scores from second on the double. You're up.
Just keep pitching. That's all you got to do.
Moran out toward the gap. And Irvin able to haul it in. That would have given every Pirate a hit through the first 6 innings. That's the kind of day it's been. Today, but his at bat that we will be talking about here.
It is going to be a special day for a number of reasons, but the Nova base hit is going to be talked about for a while. His base running acumen.
Terrific form. So Nova scoring his second career run, his first hit in almost 14 months.
Even though he didn't know how to give the turn left sign, he still did a nice job of turning left.
Yes. Check out some of your tweets. It was close to going out. Yeah.
Mark it on your. That will be like this will be a this day in history thing. This date, 8 years ago.
Ivan Nova broke up at 0 for 63. Well, Bob Friend, you know he's watching today. Only a longer hitless streak in Pirates lore, and so
safe.
It's safe, Bob. That's back when you get 4 at-bats a game, though, as a starter. Only man happier than that hit is Mr. Gregory Brown. Oh, I would pay a ransom to hear Brownie's calling that.
I imagine he's been doing a little loud announcing today with all these base hits. He gets awfully excited. Oh, he's going into the book. He's got some kind. He's on a mission right now.
He's got evidence of all the pitchers' hits all time. Robbie, what did you see down there?
So I have the baseball that Ivan Nova hit to snap that 0 for 63 with the 365-foot single. So Sean Rodriguez instructed the guys to get the baseball back, and I said, hey, what are you planning to do with it? He said, oh, yeah, this is going to be the subject of our post-game presentation. So Ivan Nova is getting this baseball as a memento. The shot heard around Cincinnati, shot heard around the Pirates dugout. I don't know what we call it, but this is a memento for him.
Certainly the Pirates dugout, Robbie. That's yeah, at least there. Nova's pitching very well today. Pirates are playing very well. Great to have that kind of fun. Caught in foul ground for the second out. Cervelli was watching that one. He was really enjoying it.
Nova back to his business. Let's see. He's going to get through this inning. Maybe 82, 3 pitches. Let's hope.
Yeah, Votto usually works some counts.
Pitch count wise, you think looks like Nova should be able to throw 7 today, as long as nothing crazy happens here with the need to get one more out.
How about a curve and a changeup right down the middle?
Curve and a change.
It's a 9-run lead.
Yeah, right down the middle, though. I mean, you have to throw your pitches. You don't have to take risks of walking people by trying to.
If you're going to miss
here and there,
you're going to miss over the middle rather than off the plate, maybe, right?
Yeah. If they get a runner on, maybe 2 runners in this scenario, then you start doing something different. But right now, you go after him.
He's got to be feeling good. Pitching well here in Cincinnati, that is not easy to do. Getting that first hit to boot. I know some of you are curious, after the hit, what is Nova's average for the season? It's up to 0.27. Kind of diminishes the fun of it a little bit. Like, oh, well, that's it? Yeah. Still better than last year.
It's almost a number you can be proud of. It's not easy to hit 0.27.
Yeah. Hit 0.20 last year.
Think about it.
It's not paid to hit.
It's hard to hit 0.27.
Yes.
Because you got to just 1.
I once got a 1% on a math test. That's hard to do. I remember it. I saved it for a while because I was so proud of that. Yeah.
Since it was math, you didn't know that at the time, obviously.
It was later that I discovered. It's gone 3-2 now on Votto. Got underneath him.
83 pitches.
That's right. Right on. Just like you said. 9-0. Good guys.
Sportsnet is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. Visit barrel.com to learn more about our 3 conveniently located collision centers. And by Allegheny Health Network, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates and fans like you. Let's go Bucks!
9-0 Pirates as they look for their 9th consecutive win. And Josh Bell with his 2nd hit today. Pirates have collected 15 hits already. And so Bell aboard to start the 7th. Dilson Herrera, the one-time Bucco farmhand, in for Jeanette, who's gotten his 3 at-bats in. Austin Bryce starting to warm up. Getting a note from our Pirates of fine PR man Danny Hart that the Pirates, with 27 runs in the series, that's the most in a 3-game series since 2007 for the Pirates. It's been downright offensive. Twelve, 6, and 9 so far. The best part about that is, you know, they're outscoring the Reds in this series 27-3. It's not like it's been, you know, I mean, this is one of the more lopsided series you'll see so far. 3 innings
left.
Regulation.
Yeah, they can score more runs.
Rodriguez has doubled and homered today. Boy, what a series he's had. 6 hits in the series, a couple of home runs. Driven in 5 runs. And Clint Hurdle talking about the confidence that he had in him. I mean, really, I mean, if Josh Harrison's healthy on the first day after the All-Star break, he's not playing. And maybe he doesn't keep some of that momentum from the minor league rehab assignment. We'll see. So 1 out at MLB.tv, now available at a lower price. For $82.99, you could watch every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand, and your subscription includes MLB At-Bat Premium, which allows you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and others restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv to take advantage of that special offer. More off 1 out of 3, an RBI single. Came back in the 2nd inning that extended the Pirates lead to 3-0 at that point. Favorable count, 3-0. Stevens over the 50-pitch mark in relief. Now 3-2. Light rain beginning to fall. Working the count, still 3-2 on Moroff.
If you were sitting in the stands right now with the rain the way it is, would you have like a raincoat or a plastic bag or anything on? Or would you just be like those kids there just sitting there enjoying the weather?
I think I would just I'd wait, but I might think of where I had my rain poncho in case it picks up.
But there are a lot of people with rain ponchos on right now.
too hot for that.
And I don't understand. Yeah, it's hot and it's like a mist blowing through the air. We got a plastic bag on.
To each their own. We're off with the drive.
It's like the only way they're getting outs is catching line drives. Line drive to short, line drive to center. Hey, let's take a look at our Nissan road ahead. See the 3 games in Cleveland. Trevor Williams tomorrow against Corey Kluber. That will not be an easy task. Kluber pitching very well. Tuesday's games, Musgrove, Bieber, and then Trevor Bauer, heart high, going against Jameson Tyone in the final.
That's a wild pitch.
Yeah, that's what that is.
When they wrote the rule book, they put a picture of that right there. I think this is in retaliation for that drive to the wall.
I have no idea what that was.
Just kidding. Might be tiring a bit now. Stevens came on in the 4th inning. Nova getting his 4th plate appearance today. Singled off the wall his last time. Has a chance for his first career run batted in. Why not?
Well, he could really check a couple of boxes in one game here.
I'm going to wager that
2-hit game.
Yeah, that he hasn't had a 2-hit game. I don't know if he had a 2-hit season. Let me look back.
He's barely had a 2-hit career.
I'm not being disparaging. I'm just being honest. He's paid to pitch. I mean, he pitched in the American League too, so you think about that.
Yeah, not very many.
He's had one multi-hit season, yes. He had 3 hits in 2016. 1 last year and 1 this year. And another one with the Yankees several years back. And working the count here, it's full up on him.
It'd be great to see him walking.
That would probably be the end of the day for Stevens if that were to take place. You'd have to think his command seems to be wavering here deep into his outing. They're enjoying this. Why not? I mean, it had been a tough road for the Pirates for quite a while, and it has been all smiles for a while here. 8 wins in a row.
You notice the signs? Last few times I've been looking at the signs. They're not going through a series of signs when I'm at second anymore. Just giving one sign. Just.
You can tell Nova what's coming. I mean, it's fine. 9-run game, 7th inning.
No, sir. Fastball.
Puts it in play. And Herrera. He stayed on the bag, did Votto. And that prevents Nova from his 2nd hit. Or at least from reaching. So we'll stretch at the Pirates leading 9-0. Stop the presses. Corey Dickerson's the hottest hitter in baseball right now. Look at this guy.
Where that one landed.
It has been a good afternoon for the Pirates. And Ivan Nova taking the ball and the mound here in the 7th inning. He has twirled a shutout thus far. He has gotten a hit. And the Pirates, the long ball, have found their way to a 9-0 advantage. Let's take a look at our T-Mobile, built for baseball and for Gregory Polanco. And the Pirates, the home run ball coming with ease today. He got the Buccos started in the 1st inning. And Corey Dickerson, he's 4 for 4 today. He's homered again. So has Marte, extending that hitting streak to 15 games. Those top 3 men in the order all homering today. And Sean Rodriguez wants to get in on the fun as well. His 2nd home run of the series. The Pirates up 9-0. And the Pirates 1, 2, and 3 hitters each with a home run today. That's just the 8th time in the last century that's happened. It's Saturday. You'll see some fireworks. That's guaranteed. The Pirates and the Mets at 7:05. At post-game Zambelli fireworks show presented by IBEW Local Union number 5. And you got the Jim Beam Block Party on Federal Street before the game. An Italian theme coming up on Saturday. Live music, food trucks, alumni autographs as well. Pirates.com/fireworks gets you your tickets. And through Wednesday, if you order, the Pirates paying your service fees, so you can save additionally. And why not? Pirates on their way to their 9th consecutive win, which would equal the longest winning streak by any National League team in baseball this season. Suarez on the first pitch. He is the first out. 84 pitches for Nova.
Like Cincinnati's trying to help things along here. A lot of swinging at the first pitch.
There's probably some defeat in those swings.
Yes, they just want us to get out of town.
Pirates have outscored the Reds 27-3 in this series. And Michael Feliz starting to get loose. Jesse Winker get this in 2 trips. He's got a 12-game hitting streak going. That is in jeopardy at the moment. He may not get another time to come up.
Notice we're not shifting on him today.
Good point. I hadn't thought of that. Look at the lowdown and some other scores. Padres into double digits. Yeah, straight up.
Yesterday, having the shift on Winker, that was it was not Friday. That was yesterday.
Both games. Yeah. Oh yeah. He flicked a couple through the shift
he was
yesterday.
Just, going for the base hits to left. Was successful. So you make your adjustment. Now you got a shortstop playing over there. Tries to do it again.
Milwaukee down to the Dodgers right now. The Pirates are entering that Brewers series. The Cubs with that first inning sac fly. But yeah, the Pirates enter that Brewers series just with a a glimmer of hope. To, well, what if we sweep a 5-game series? Maybe we can still crawl back into this thing. You think about it, if it went the other way. I mean,
it didn't.
It didn't. But I mean, the Pirates are buried deep and they're long since gone. They sweep, and now because they keep on winning, they find themselves 5 games back of that second wild card with 1, 2, 3, 4 other teams ahead of them at the moment, but the way that the scores shake out today, and that's the overall divisional standings. Well, the Pirates could move ahead of the Cardinals today. They could also move ahead of the Giants in the wild card standing today. Now you're looking at 2 teams separating you from that second wild card entrant, which is currently Atlanta. So,
and that's why Neil has said in his show today that depending on maybe what happens in the next few days
and what offers he gets,
they'll decide what to do at the trading deadline.
What offers get accepted. Marte able to track down that liner.
Another first pitch swing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's the thing too. How much of the pursuit that takes place, the trading season, very interesting because what are teams offering? Are they offering things that can be a drastic upgrade, and at what price? In some years where the Pirates have had had a claim on first place, or maybe very much in the picture, you might be a little bit more apt to give up more, or maybe a little bit more than you feel comfortable with. But on this team, they're a game over 500 right now. So maybe if there's something that's going to be a major addition that's going to really put the team over the top, well then is this the team that you invest in? That's a tough question for a general manager. And the way that they're playing right now, where do you help them? Doesn't seem to be a drastic need anywhere. Every team can be upgraded. These are those conversations that take place. Now, if the Pirates, let's say over these next 8 days or so, 9 days, win close to all of them still, well, now they're going to be right there on the doorstep of the wild card, and now that even changes things further. So, a fascinating time. The Pirates, give them credit. They've played themselves back to the, if not in contention, the brink of it. Nova trying to get through 7 today at 96 pitches. He's pitched a good ball game this afternoon. The Reds have never stood on second base against him today. Well, that has changed.
They will now, and who knows, that might be Nova's last pitch.
Duvall with a double. Winker holds at third.
The base on balls, and then the 3-1 count, the line drive double. Those are the things that you look for when you got a pitcher that's been out there close to 100 pitches. Those are the red flags that you see.
Warm afternoon, humid.
I'm looking down at Clinton. He got up on the first step and then stopped.
They'll let him have another.
That's like the warning step.
Did you ever see that? Did you ever kind of sense that?
No, I always thought that any kind of a glance toward the dugout was a sign of weakness.
That makes sense, right? You're looking in there.
Never look over there. I know that's just kind of doesn't really mean anything, but
I think that makes sense. I know what you're saying. Softly hit, and that'll drop in. That's going to play to pair. That little dunker. It's the Reds on the board today.
That ball fell in. Clint took one more step, and now he's on the top. That'll be it. Pretty good pitch. Just right off the end of the bat. No flare.
And so Nova done after 6 2/3 today, just running out of gas. He pitched a whale of a ball game this afternoon and entertained us with his hitting as well. He's in line for the win. Pirates lead 9-2 for Michael Feliz.
He was and off the mound, to be honest with you. But yeah, he very difficult place to pitch well, and he has had his struggles here in the past, but not today. Very efficient work, kept the pitch count down to a nice manageable number.
Yeah, a little bit sullen at the end there.
Well, he had everything going. I really think he wanted to get these 7 innings in, no runs, and he would have been extremely happy with that. But when it's all said and done, as long as this game gets put away, then he'll be happy.
Deep out to center, but Marte holds in Dixon's drive, and that's that. Pirates still lead by 7 through 7. On AT&T Sportsnet, your donations this year go to Miracle League, which helps kids with disabilities play baseball. And many of the leagues and fields are in our area, but one of the Miracle Leagues you will support is Minnesota area of Florida, close to the Pirates spring training home in Bradenton. Coming up this Saturday, our coverage begins at 6 right here on AT&T Sportsnet. Join us for Pirates Charities Night. Here it's 9-2. The Pirates looking to win their 9th in a row. 8th inning coming up. And a slew of changes now as Kurt Casale has moved out behind home plate. And now Brandon Dixon in the game at third base. He stays in after pinch hitting, and Tucker Barnhart playing some first base. Moving out from behind the plate. And Corey Dickerson looking for his first career 5-hit game. Trying to do so against Austin Bryce.
It's a triple.
That too.
That's what he needs.
Try to complete the cycle. Last to do it, John Jaso in memorable fashion a couple of years ago for the Pirates.
Tough ballpark for a triple.
Because of the more narrow dimensions?
Yeah, it's just there's no, kind of those weird deep areas where you might get a crazy hop, bounce around a little bit. I guess both bullpens, you could catch the corner of some padding or something and maybe get a hop off to the side, make the outfielder have to run a little further. I don't think that'll do it.
Now if Irvin falls down, he's got a shot.
Lose it in the sun.
That would have been his only shot out that way. First time he's been retired today. 4 for 5 now. Starling Marte's got 2 hits today, including a home run, to a 15-game hitting streak. This was back in the second inning. He followed Dickerson after Corey's home run. Marte, we weren't even through talking about it, and he registered one. Now with 15 home runs for Marte. Looks like he'll be a 20-20 man this year. 20 home runs, 20 steals. He's already leading baseball with 25 steals. Helping to power the Pirates.
25 steals, leads all of baseball.
Yes. That was a good April for Vince Coleman or Ricky Henderson.
Omar Moreno.
Yeah.
All kinds of guys.
Ah, different time, right? Bigger windups, turf. Dixon has that. Pirates have been retired in order just once. That was back in the third. Every Pirate has a hit except for Moran today. That includes Nova, who left the game after 6 2/3, gave up 2 runs on the final pitch he threw. He'd gotten 20 outs before the Reds even stood in scoring position. And that was a thing that we noted to begin. The Reds had been 0 for with runners in scoring position in the series, 0 for 15. They didn't even have a chance until that bloop single by Irvin, and he converted. Polanco is also homered today, now with 17. Been such a drastic change too. The Pirates with the fewest home runs in the league in June, and depending on how today shakes out, they might be leading the league in home runs in July. That's quite the swing.
He's getting some pitches to hit this at bat. Look at the last three, 4, and 5. All out over the plate. Belt high. Getting some pitches so he can maybe get one out of here and add to that number.
Bryce comes back to strike him out. Pirates take a 9-2 lead to the bottom of the 8th.
Brought to you by the Chevy Silverado and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
9-2 Pirates. 8th inning. Raza puts one into play and toward the gap. He'll stand in at second base to lead off the 8th on that double.
Yeah, Marte had a good effort. Look, he just jumped to that side too. Just before that pitch was thrown, he jumped at least a step and a half to his left. Get closer to that gap. Blanco there to throw it in.
Yeah. So Peraza with 2 hits today, his 17th double. The thing with Marte too is he makes a lot of those catches in the gaps look easy. And you have to range a good bet, but he can cover so much ground that You know, when he doesn't make one, oh wow, but he makes so many more of those than the average center fielder does. Billy Hamilton getting the day off today. Just a spectator, and he's always very good out there at center as well. Kirk Casale, who homered last night, getting his first time at the plate. Reds have Crockett and Romano.
Casale's home run just crawling over the
Did you see that
wall.
spider? Must have been a spider on that camera.
I didn't see a spider. What are you talking about?
Oh. What if that came into the booth right here and started moving its way across the desk?
I would catch it, take it in the back, let it go.
With what device would you?
Just my hand.
Oh wow. Your arachnophobia is
crawl
overblown.
my hand and take it to the back of the booth and just let him go. Could be back there, nobody would bother him.
Michael Lorenzen's on deck. He would pinch hit for Bryce and then probably not come in and pitch. Oh, doesn't that scare you? No. Okay.
I'm not in their bullpen. It's kind of early in the day for him to be up moving around like that.
Yeah, that is.
I think that camera's like way back in the shadows. So.
High into the sky. Moroff secures the second out. And the Reds have emptied their bench, save for Hamilton, who they're trying to give a day off today. So they'll use Lorenzen here, who has 3 home runs, 2 as a pinch hitter this year. He's a relief pitcher by trade. If I had just said, you know, those numbers, you go, wow, okay. Wow.
What are we doing here? I'm going to look this way from now on. I'm looking over here now. I'm not looking at that. I'm not looking at that screen anymore.
Yeah.
I'm looking off this way.
There's nothing in the booth. It's very clean in here. There's.
You don't know what might be down here. Just your hand off.
I think they're building a web out there.
When do we go to Chicago next?
For a while. That'll be prime season for the Spiders. I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
See,
worst time of the year you can go to Chicago late like that.
Yeah, in the fall, maybe a nice night starts.
As long as there's no night game.
Tyler Glasnow's getting up in the spider-free bullpen for the Pirates. Yeah, our studio tells us Spiders in the Bullpen. That would be a good band name. We were talking about that earlier.
Very good. I like it.
Lorenzen strikes out.
97. Reach back a little bit for that heater.
Our only pitcher with a hit today is Ivan Nova. Corey Kluber. Pirates pregame presented by WB Mason starts at 6:30, beginning that 3-game interleague series. That will be a formidable test for the Pirates, who by nearly all assurances will go in with a 9-game winning streak. That'll be fun to see all the black and gold there. Hopefully with a lot more to cheer about. This has been quite the run the Bucs have been on.
Crockett, the new hurler. Lefty pitched in yesterday's ball game.
Diaz doubled off him yesterday. He's got a double his last time around. Need to get Moran a hit. That way everybody's in on the party. Out amongst the patrons on what has turned out to be a really nice afternoon. Specter of rain a couple of times today, but
most everybody's taking their trash bags off.
Yeah. First game where folks can actually sit in their assigned seats. Had rain delays in each of the first 2 games of the series. Yeah. Hey, we got good seats. We want to sit in them, not underneath the overhang. I like those batting helmets too. The matte black, the Pirates pioneering that movement a few years back. Crockett fans Diaz. Now the left-left matchup with Colin Moran coming up. 0 for 4 today. Every Pirate starter other than Moran with at least 1 hit. 15 in total. Ivan Nova breaking an 0 for 63 with a single off the wall. Home runs today by Polanco, Dickerson, Marte, and Sean Rodriguez. Polanco's driven in 3. And Corey Dickerson with 4 hits. Got that average up to 315 now for Corey. What a catch by Herrera.
Good at bat against the lefty by Moran.
Late night burglary here in the 9th. That was a nice catch.
There's some quickness there. Yeah. Take a few steps before he even was able to dive for it.
Statcast says 103 miles an hour off the bat of Mr. Moran.
Enough for a home run if you hit it in the air.
Yeah, usually. Bell will bat righty. He is 2 for 4 today. He's just kept on hitting too. I mean, he's been going well, and then that 4 for 4 day yesterday really start seeing what he's been doing.
It wasn't long ago he was hitting 250.
Yeah.
Look up there now, I see 270.
Yeah, for the last month and a half, hitting over 340. And getting on base about as well as anybody in the league.
Yeah, this time of year, it's hard to move that batting average that fast, but he got it done.
Yeah, I mean, he's 340 for a month and a half. That was coming into today. That's before a 2 for 4. That one out towards center. Irvin's going to have room. And the Pirates go down in the 9th. 3 outs away from their 9th consecutive win. Oh, the home run swing. What a pretty thing. 4 times today for the Buccos, up 9-2. As we looked at our Allegheny Health Network, pardon me. Yeah. Supermo, sorry. Brain lock. Regroup. 9th inning, Tyler Glasnow.
Well, Tyler, see if he can clean things up here or finish things off. I mean, things are very clean.
Very clean.
Couldn't be much cleaner. Kind of just getting work in at this point. Haven't been out there in a while. Get 3 outs.
Century mark from that fresh right arm of Glasnow. Trying to get him some work. Winker out to Dickerson, 1 out. Glasnow hasn't pitched in 8 days, so get him some touches, so to speak. Tucker Barnhart, the first baseman now. So the Pirates 2 outs away from a 9-game winning streak, which would tie, of all teams, the Mets, who had a remember that, I think they were started 11-1. They had a 9-game winning streak back in the early April. Depending on what the Giants and Cardinals can do, the Pirates could leapfrog both those teams, both in the division for the Cardinals and in the wild card for both. The Pirates have not lost since July 10th. Of course, taking 4 games off for the break, but they did win 2 in a day last Saturday. It's been good times at clock for the Pirates.
Just go one game at a time. And the mantra.
Well, what more can you do?
Don't look ahead.
Now 3-2 on Barnhart. If the Pirates can leapfrog the Cardinals, or at least move into a, I guess they wouldn't move into Tyler halfback today, but another big hop over there. And 2 outs. Yeah, the Pirates have not been out of fourth since around Memorial Day. And could find themselves right there in with the Cardinals, chasing the Brewers and the Cubs. They're back. All up to Adam Duvall, who doubled. That was the first time that any Red had moved into scoring position today. That was back in the 7th.
And Tyler does have that fresh arm. Moving that ball right along.
And now a strike away from victory. Pirates outscoring the Reds 27-5 in this series. And over these 9 games, outscoring their opponents by 37 runs. Winning by an average of more than 4 runs a game.
Curveball just a little bit off the plate. Tyler, for a moment, thought he might get that call.
Years past, baby. There it is.
Didn't need it. He had 100 in the pocket.
And Tyler Glasnow secures the Pirates' 9th consecutive win. They wallop the Reds again and sweep them here in Cincinnati.
It has been an amazing thing to watch these last couple of weeks, but just keep enjoying it. And now it's on to Cleveland, and don't even look at all 3 games. Don't pay attention to who's pitching Tuesday, any of that. Just tomorrow. That's what counts. You got to win them.